Warning. This video contains spoilers. If you have not watched Sweeney Todd, go watch it now.
Sweeney's waiting!
You're watching musical theater MASH.
Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd. His face is pale, his eye was odd, and everyone on stage already seems to know a whole lot about him.
What happened then? Well, that's the play, and he wouldn't want us to give it away.
And yet we already have. Sweeney Todd and 1971 Malibu sailor Ken arrive by boat to London. You can tell they're in London because they say so, 7 times.
London, London,
London, London,
London.
Oh, and there's also this beggar woman/prostitute. She's not important. Yet. Enter Nellie Lovett to thunderous applause. She's got the worst pies in London and the best hairstyle in England. Mrs. Lovett, being the gossipy type, knows all about Todd's past. His wife, the party, the judge, exposition things. And she's also still got his razors.
You can be a barber again.
Todd says one of Sondheim's personal favorite lines.
At last, my arm is complete again!
And we catch up with Joanna.
And how are they today?
She puts a bird on it and sings a thinly veiled metaphor.
How can you jubilate sitting in cages?
Malibu sailor Ken strolls by and proves he's got a little more than plastic going on down there. The beggar woman/prostitute comes back to remind you that she's not important. Yet. The evil judge arrives, twirls his mustache, and has his henchmen threaten Ken with decapitation. Back to the A-plot. Todd and Lovett go to market to buy a baguette and win a shaving contest. Sweeney wins, Pirelli flees, and the Beetle promises to stop by for the closest shave he will ever know. We do some waiting, so Lovett can sing another song, and then a plan is hatched to steal Joanna away. It's a complicated plan.
Bring her here, dear.
Pirelli swings by for some friendly Barber banter, and once again, Sweeney wins, living up to his name.
the team and Barber of Fleet Street.
The evil judge, like any good father, confesses his desire to marry his daughter. Joanna, rightfully distraught, runs around her tiny couch with Malibu Ken. In a delightful happenstance, the Beetle convinces the evil judge to go for a shave. Next thing you know, Pirelli's in the trunk, Tobias is in the parlor, the judge is at the door, and Sailor Ken is on his way to the barber.
And Leon's getting larger.
What could possibly go wrong?
There is indeed a higher power to warn me thus in time.
Todd doesn't take this too well, and gets all demon barbery again. Mrs. Lovett, being the practical one, remembers the Italian in the trunk, a bright idea pops into her head, and the audience spends intermission second-guessing the prosciutto they had for dinner. Act 2. Mrs. Lovett's pie shop is blossoming and booming. Just look at her Yelp reviews. 5 stars. Meanwhile, Todd is put in an order to IKEA and receives his delivery of the Kuhndorf barber chair, which, after a few minor adjustments, will suit his needs perfectly. Both Malibu sailor Ken and Todd lament over how they miss their Joanna, who has been thrown into the loony bin during intermission. And the beggar woman/prostitute reminds us, once again, that she's still not important. Yet, Mrs. Lovett fantasizes of life after meat pies when Ken bursts through the door with his news of finding Joanna. A harebrained scheme is hatched involving wig making, a pistol, and a silly top hat. And a surreptitious letter to the evil judge.
Most honorable Judge Murphy.
Most honorable.
Mrs. Lovett, once again showing off her domestic side, knits a scarf for the suspicious Tobias. Her maternal instincts kick into overdrive, and, like any good aunt/mother figure, she locks Tobias in the bakehouse. How inconvenient that the Beetle has stopped by asking to inspect the bakehouse. Because it smells. Like burning bodies. Naturally, Todd makes short work of him. Elsewhere, top-hatted Ken springs Joanna from the insane asylum, and the rest of the lunatics take to the streets, complete with choreography. While Todd and Lovett are searching for Toby in the sewers, the lovers make it back to the shop, and Ken leaves a disguised Joanna to call a cab. Joanna hides in a trunk when she hears the unimportant beggar woman at the door. Oh my god, she's Todd's wife, Lucy! Too bad Todd kills her. The judge, too, naturally. And almost Joanna, but not quite. Somebody's gotta live. Everything comes to light in the cellar. Todd realizes who the beggar woman is, dances Mrs. Lovett into the oven, and Tobias hobbles back to do in Todd. The Brechtian chorus returns, reminding the audience to think twice before seeking revenge, and to think 3 times before getting your hair cut on Fleet Street.
Oh, hi,
Hi, thanks for tuning in. Did you like this? If you did, you're going to enjoy Into the Woods. It's great. And why not check out The Music Man while you're at it? If you really like these things, tell your friends, post it on Facebook, let people know that, I don't know, I'm around, I'm a thing, maybe. It'd be nice if other people saw these. I think so. I think they're funny. I hope you think they're funny too. I'm gonna go back to reading now. Okay, bye. Oh, Juliet, you crazy girl.